Good evening, friends from Calicut East. What a great honor and pleasure and privilege to talk to you today on your 50th golden anniversary of your club. First, of course, I must congratulate the outgoing team for that lovely work they have done in Rotary, and I must also welcome the new team under the leadership of Dr. Seshidharan and Secretary Francis. And my very good friend, past Governor Abu Bakr. I admire his PowerPoint presentations, his insight into management thoughts, and he is a fantastic communicator. Abu, it's good to meet you on this platform, but I do hope post-COVID we will meet physically and enjoy your fellowship. And thank you very much, Abu, for inviting me to this one lovely club. So, we are going through some challenging times. There are several opportunities that are knocking at our door, and I think President Holger Knack has given his theme that Rotary opens opportunities a very prophetic theme. I do understand that these challenges will not remain for long. But friends, today I would like to share about the challenges, the opportunities, the transformation, the power of one, the day to dream, and of course, the time has come. This would be my broad conversational items with you. And so first the challenges. Just imagine, friends, just about 4 months back, if somebody would have said that Rotary clubs will meet virtual platforms, none would have believed. Just imagine 4 months back if somebody would have said that Rotary districts will conduct their district assemblies, their pets, their sets, their assistant governor training events, their grant management training seminars, their membership development seminars, all on virtual platform. None would have believed. In 4 months, Rotary has been transformed like never before. Rotary has changed like never before, friends. And the important thing that we must understand is that Rotarians have adapted to these challenges, and they understood the opportunities, and they have opened new opportunities to stay connected with each of us and see what kind of work we have done during the COVID trauma, the challenging times. Rotarians have reacted to the COVID trauma and emergency and calamity, and they have worked like never before. We have raised more than 105 crores to the Prime Minister Care Fund. What a fabulous amount. The collective amount that we have given to the Prime Minister's Care Fund is fantastic. And Rotarians all over the country have realized and given their time and their talent and their treasure and have done work of more than 105 crores. Friends, we have given more than 1 crore of masks. We have given more than 100,000 PPEs, several hundreds of liters of sanitizers and equipment, ventilators. I mean, Rotary clubs have done tremendous work during the COVID. What it really means, friends, is that Rotarians react to challenges in a positive way. That Rotarians grab any kind of an opportunity. And as I was telling yesterday to some of my friends, that there is no lockdown in Rotary. There is no lockdown for humanity. There is no lockdown for charity. There is no lockdown for kindness. There is no lockdown for generosity. And this has been exhibited by Rotarians throughout this country, friends. So, I think we are going to transform into a new Rotary. We are going to change the structure of Rotary. Rotary will be different from pre-COVID to the post-COVID situation. Rotary clubs will meet more often than not virtually. There will be a hybrid model. We will meet virtually and we will meet physically. Projects will happen in a much bigger scale. Meetings will happen punctually. Friends, Rotarians can no longer say we are caught up in a traffic jam. So the attendance will improve. And more importantly, you can get very good speakers from across the globe, not just on Rotary subject, on any subject you want, on a virtual platform. So that is a major advantage for club meetings. The club meetings will become bigger. better and bolder and more informative. Our fellowship will increase because we interact with each other every meeting, and we will have great attendance. And friends, our international relations will increase. Imagine we can invite all our international partners to our regular meetings. They can actually participate in our project planning. They can participate in our project implementation. They can participate in our project completion. So this is going to change the Rotary. So I think, friends, a huge transformation of what is Rotary, of what we know till yesterday years, and what is Rotary for tomorrow years will totally be different. So my friends, we have to search for opportunities. And I think the opportunities of growing and enlarging our membership base is very huge because young members will join. Remember, they would love to meet on digital platforms. Remember, we can form more number of e-clubs. We can form more number of corporate clubs. The other day I was talking to my district governor and saying, why don't we go to Microsoft in Hyderabad and form an e-club? Imagine, friends, Microsoft establishment in Hyderabad has more than 30,000 employees. If only we form an e-club there, we will have more than 2,000 members. Because there is no physical constraint now. They will meet on a virtual platform. It's an e-club. So the physical constraint will not be there, which really means that you can enlarge your membership base. Innovation is the key, my friends. Tomorrow's change, tomorrow's transformation, innovation is the key. And I will encourage Shashi and Francis and all your team, advised by Abu, please use innovative, new, creative ideas in the membership growth area. Friends, yesterday we have seen one of the biggest fundraising public relations exercise Rotary India has ever undertaken. The Choti Si Asha program on the Colors TV made me proud. What a proud moment it was for Rotarians when we have heard the word Rotary, we have seen the programs of Rotary, the projects of Rotary from all the celebrities in the country. The entire film fraternity was talking about Rotary, irrespective of the funds we raised, friends. The publicity and the branding we received because of that one particular program will alter the face of Rotary India and will enhance the face of Rotary India, will improve our public image and will also strengthen our fundraising efforts. So my friends, innovation is the key, and I would encourage you also to innovate and increase your public image. Friends, I would also like to talk to you about the power of one, and this is my favorite philosophy in life. Each one of you, friends, every Rotarian has got that power in it. I would request you to unleash that power. I would request you to ignite that power. I would request you to unleash that potential, friends. That brings me in my mind an anecdote which is a very favorite story of mine. There was this farmer, Dashrath, from a village called Gehlar in Bihar. And he was living in a village full of trek of mountains surrounding him. And if they had to go to a township, it was 70 kilometers. But if you break the mountain, you can go in 5 kilometers. One day, his wife was sick. So he had to take 70 kilometers route. Then he decided he will make the road himself. And so he sold his goat, bought a chisel and hammer, and started making a road by chiseling the mountain. Friends, the villagers, though they knew it will be useful to all of them, they ridiculed him, they laughed at him. But he perceived. Perseverance is the key for success, friends. He perceived for 22 years. And lo and behold, after 22 years, there was this huge, beautiful road which helped the villagers go in 5 kilometers. Of course, the government of India gave him the Padma Shri award. But friends, what do we have to learn is that people may ridicule when you have a passion. People may ridicule when you have perseverance. People will ridicule when you have a cause. People may ridicule when you want to do something. But please continue to do something and please continue to do good in the world so that you will achieve your goal. The power of one. Imagine just the loneliness of one man started our organization. Paul Harris, a lonely Chicago lawyer, felt lonely and he started an organization with 4 of his friends, and today this organization is 1.2 million in 200 countries. So it's always the power of man, and I would encourage Ceci, I would encourage Francis and each one of you to unleash that power. Friends, I would also like to share some of my thoughts on my philosophy called Dare to Dream in doing projects. Each one of us have to dare to dream to do projects. I would request everybody to do large, high-scale, substantial projects. Several friends of mine ask me, Ravi, how do you do these kind of projects? Where do you get the funds? Friends, the secret is never think about the funds. You want to do a large project? Please do not think about funds. Funds, resources will automatically come. Think about the cause. Have a business plan. Have a committed team. Be dedicated. Have concern and compassion to it. Then automatically the resources will come for you to do large, high-scale projects. This has been my philosophy, friends. And my philosophy, I test it every project. All the projects I did, I never had money with me. I only had an idea and I was thinking with this. Think with the heart if you have to do projects, friends. Always think with the heart, and that will enable you to propel forward in doing projects. For instance, in the year 1996, I wanted to build 100 schools across the country. So I had a business plan. Each school was having 2 classrooms, 1 veranda, and I broke that into bricks and mortars. After I made a business plan, what I did, believe in yourself. You must believe, friends, that you will be able to achieve what you have to do. Believe in yourself is my philosophy. Once you believe in yourself, automatically you will be able to achieve it. Then, believe in the power of prayer. Believe in the power of prayer. So, I made this project report. I'm a chartered accountant. And I made this project report. I broke it into brick and mortar. And I broke it into cost. Each school building was costing me 5 lakhs. And I went to Calcutta to meet Mother Teresa, the then living saint for India. So I went and met her and told Mother that I want to build 100 schools across the country. And then she blessed me. She gave me her famous visiting card, which is a Jesus Christ statue on a aluminium foil. She kissed and gave it to me, friends. And I must tell you, I have executed 130 schools in 1 year. What it means, friends, is if you have a dream and if you have dedication and if you have determination, you can deliver the dream. A dream with a deadline is a goal. So I want each one of you to dream big things. The time has come, friends, now. The time has come for Rotary to unleash itself and become a powerful organization in this country. The time has come for us to become a powerful brand. The time has come for us to enlarge our membership base to like never before. The time has come for Rotary not to do just service projects, but like our world leader Shekhar Mehta says, be partners in nation building. I want each one of you to be partners in nation building, friends. It is for us to determine whether we will be naysayers or whether we will be determined Rotarians who will achieve our dreams. I want the Rotarians of Calicut East to achieve your dreams and do wonderful work for the doing good in the world, for the people of this country, friends, because you have reached the golden anniversary. You are 50 years now, and now is the time to enlarge your projects. Now is the time to do large, substantial, high-impact projects. So go forth, friends, and do good in the world. And once again, thank you, Shashi. Thank you, Francis. And my dear friend Abu, thank you very much. Namaskar.